sir. Yes, sir. Welcome back to another episode of the Dope Sports Podcast, brought to you by DopeContent.com. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Today, we got a quick video for you today. It's not going to be a long day today. We're going to talk about the first game of the Dallas Cowboys versus the Denver Broncos. To my people on Twitch, D-Web, King, welcome. What's good, Noti Gang? If you're watching on YouTube, shout out to y'all as well, man. Give me 1 second. We will get this show rolling. I will be right back, ladies and gentlemen. We will be right back. Let's get into it.
LeBron James.
Let's go.
Welcome. Once again, welcome back to another episode of the the Dope Sports Podcast, ladies and gentlemen. I said it wrong. It's been an early morning. It's been a long day. I had to get my car fixed early this morning. Then I had to go to work after that. I am back home now. Had to get the stream set up. Y'all know how it go, man. If you've been following me for a while, you know what it is, man. So shout out to everybody that's here right now. Push the wrong button again. Look at me, see? I'm rusty, man. But we are here to break down the Dallas Cowboys and the Broncos. I know D-Web is a Cowboys fan. I don't know if anybody else in the chat. King is a Packers fan, so we ain't even worried about him, man, right now, because I know he just here just to laugh at the Cowboys losing, even though it's preseason. And but we know how Cowboys haters do. They come in, they talk noise, etc. Hey, you lost the game. I had a Broncos fan blowing all on Facebook. You can't beat the Broncos. I'm like, bruh, it's preseason. It's first game. No. Come on, do y'all know what to look for? And then, on top of that, another reason, what's good, Alice? King said we lost 2, facts. Another reason that I'm doing this is because it's Cowboys fans already in full panic mode, and I just don't understand it.
Bruh.
What are you panicking about? Oh my God, on Facebook, oh my God, we're gonna suck again, the offense is gonna suck. We can't score points. Dude, it is preseason. Like, relax. The first game, Dak didn't play. Pollard didn't play. Zeke didn't play. CD didn't play. Gallup didn't play. Like, Jarwin didn't play. Shout out to King for resubbing 18 months in a row. Let's go. Shout out to my guy resubbing on Twitch, man. If you're not on Twitch, you need to get on Twitch ASAP and stop playing. Trying to get everything up and running, man. This is too much going on right now. And y'all know every time I go live, people start blowing up my phone, man. So I'm trying to put all this and the other computer and stuff on solid now and get it on out the way so I won't have to do it later on. But yeah, man, let's get into the game. The Cowboys struggled in the first preseason game. I mean, you guys need to know what to look for. You Cowboys fans that I just got through talking about that was panicking and saying, oh my God, we suck. We're only gonna win 5 games this year. And it's like, please relax. Preseason, stop looking at the score. That doesn't matter. It's preseason, especially the first game of the season. Stop complaining. Stop going over the top. This is why I hate Cowboys fans as a Cowboys fan, because you guys overdo everything. Just like the Cowboys haters. It's just like, it's you either a hater and you go over the top, or you're a fan and you go over the top. It's only like a small group of people that's right in the middle that can call it for just what it is. D-Web said people need to relax. Exactly, D-Web. So, but we're going to get into the game. It's just, man, my timeline on Facebook was just crazy. oh my God, man, why is Danucci doing this? Why is Cooper Rush doing this? Why we only scoring 7 points? And this and this, yada yada. Like, relax, man, relax. The things that you needed to look for, everybody missed it because you're too busy complaining about the score like it's a regular game. And I'm gonna go ahead and get into the things that you should have been looking for while you was watching this game. First thing that you should have looked for was number 73, Tyler Smith, who somewhere along you will see during the scroll that Tyler Smith would be shown on the screen. First round draft pick. Right now he came out of college as a left tackle, but he's playing left guard right now on the Cowboys, and most likely he'll probably go to left tackle because Tyron Smith is most likely going to get hurt. Y'all know what it is. It's just what it is. Tyron Smith is guaranteed to miss at least 3-4 games. That's just what it is, right? So you might see him at left guard and left tackle. Hopefully he'll start at left guard. He started this game, and he was pretty solid. He was pretty solid, man. He was moving people around. He had one holding call that I agreed with. You know, it's ticky, it's petty to call it, but that's how the NFL is right now. That's how the officials are doing their thing. That's how they're calling holdings and penalties. It was a lot of BS penalty calls in this game, man. Yeah, King, facts, man. So Tyler Smith had a good game, man. He was solid. He had 2 penalties, which, like I said, one of them, I thought it was BS. But at the end of the day, that's the NFL rules. That's just what it is. And I don't mind him getting 2 penalties in his first NFL game. He played about 3 quarters, a little bit over 3 quarters, and he was solid. He was moving people around. I would play highlights of it, but I'm not sure if YouTube will block me for it. So that's why I don't have highlights right now. But Tyler Smith moving people around, looked good. I'm very excited to see him and Tyron Smith together on that left side. If Tyler Smith is going to keep moving people around like he was, and you got Tyron Smith coming back on that left tackle position, and he's looking good, like the Tyron Smith we know, hey, that could be scary over there on that left side, man. I'm just saying, he was bodying people. He was moving guys around. He was moving bodies. He did miss. It was a 4th and 2. He did miss a blocking assignment that caused Cooper Rush to get rushed, and try to say that 3 times fast. Cooper Rush to get rushed. But he did miss a blocking assignment where Cooper Rush ended up getting hit, and he threw a pick. So, you know, I can't really kill him for that. It happens. He's a rookie, first NFL game. A lot of people were in panic mode about that. How did he miss that block? Did you see all the other blocks that he made? Relax. It's not that crucial. It's not that serious. So, Tyler Smith, you know, give you a hand clap. Good game, man. Let's move on to the next person you should have looked at. Kelvin Joseph, 2nd year corner. I mean, a lot of people are looking at this guy to be the other outside corner to Diggs this year. That's a lot of people are looking for him to do and take that leap in his 2nd year. But, you know, he had some issues off the field. Apparently he beat those, so shout out to him for beating that and getting past that. He had his first, you know, game as a starter. He started on the outside as a DB. He had a solid game. They went after him for a little bit. He did give up a outside route in the end zone, but he was right there. That was a perfectly thrown ball, and that was a great catch by the receiver from Denver. Because Kelvin Joseph was there. Only thing I would say about him is he just got to do a better job turning his head, finding the ball. Other than that, Kelvin Joseph had a pretty good game. It was solid. They went after him a couple of times on some 3rd down plays, 4th down plays, and he was there knocking the ball out of their hands. So shout out to Kelvin Joseph, the 2nd year corner. Hopefully he can keep that up. The next person you should have looked at is another 2nd year DB that we drafted last year, Nahshon Wright. And I don't have good things to say about Nahshon Wright besides the fact that at least we know he can tackle. He had 7 tackles, but 5 of the tackles came after him getting burnt and beat on the route. So, Nashawn did not have a good game. They started attacking him maybe late in the first quarter, early second quarter, after they realized they couldn't get much on Joseph. And, Wright just had a bad time in coverage. He put on 15 pounds of muscle. He looks great as far as tackling. He was a great tackler. You couldn't push him back anymore like you could last year, but he got ate up in the secondary, man. They attacked this man left and right. It was bad. It was bad. He even got mossed. This guy, what is he, 6'3", 6'4"? He even got mossed in the end zone. Not knowing where the ball is. You too tall to be getting mossed, Nashawn. I'm just saying, you're too tall to be getting mossed like that, man. I'm just saying, that was a bad look. Nashawn did not have a good game. And to be honest with you, me personally, after watching what I saw, hey, you might be on the block, buddy, because Deron Bland, number 30, another DB that played, he looked great. Well, I ain't going to say great. He looked good. He looked very good. He looked very solid as a DB. He comes up and make the tackle, and he was better in coverage than what Nashawn Wright was. So, honestly, Nashawn Wright, if you feeling comfortable right now about your position, don't feel comfortable because Deron Bland is on your coattails right now, and Deron Bland looked pretty good. He looked way better than what you did in the first game. So, let's see what happens, man. We have one thing I can tell you moving on with the Cowboys, these guys have a good battle going on right now at the running back position for the third string running back. We already know it's going to be Zeke 1, Tony Pollard 2, but right after that, it's a battle on your hand. You got Davis, you got Dodo, and you got Shamplin going at it right now, and all three guys look great. A lot of guys showing explosiveness, and they hitting the cutbacks, they finding the holes, like they're being patient behind the line. Like, I really had nothing bad to say about either running back that I saw. Every single one of them looked good. And so, shout out to all the running backs, man. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough trying to pick that third string running back, man, that third running back. But I don't know, man. That's a good battle. Let's get into some of the receivers, man. The rookie that we just drafted, Tolbert, wide receiver. Can't you remember his first name? I think it's Jalen Tolbert. Let me look it up real quick. Exactly, I had it right. Jalen Tolbert. He looked solid. One thing I did notice that I did not like is on the 4th down play, he came in and he ran a slant. I wish I could show it, but I'm scared YouTube is gonna block me and ban me if I show any highlights. So, WWE fan, what's good? Lizard, what's good? I see y'all comments at the bottom of the screen. So, Tolbert came in and he ran a slant on the 4th down play, a crucial 4th down play. Dropped the ball. The ball hit him right in the hands, but he looked scared to take the hit, and he ended up dropping the ball. Bruh. He made up for it later on in the game with a couple of, catches later on in the game. But trust me, I'm not even a coach. I'm just a fan. So if that stuck out to me, and even the announce team on CBS, they was like, he looked like he's scared to catch the ball. I'm pretty sure the coaches are going to see it too. So, Toby, you better step it up.
Bruh.
He looked real scared. But other than that, Toby looked pretty good, man. We have this receiver that I've never heard of before, but I liked what I saw. His last name is Turpin. He was number 2. He's a smaller guy, but this guy, he looks to be very explosive. And I'm low-key I'm not even low-key. Let me just say I am pulling for him. I'm pulling for him to get a spot on the team, either as a returner or a special athlete use type of guy like Tavon Austin, where you can put him in the backfield, you can use him as a receiver. This guy looks very explosive, man. So I'm hoping number 2, last name Turbin. I don't know his first name. I can't remember because I don't know who he is. So apologies to you, Mr. Turbin, number 2 from the Cowboys. But I am pulling for you to make the team, Mr. Turbin. So I liked what I saw from him. So shout out to Turbin, man. Let's keep it moving. Sam Williams. I really didn't notice Sam Williams at all. This guy's brought in to kind of replace Randy Gregory in a sense. They kind of using him and Dante Fowler to replace Randy Gregory. You know, I don't expect Sam Williams to just come in and be another Micah Parsons, even though he has talent like Micah. But I didn't really see too much out of him that really stood out. He was solid. I mean, it's not much to talk about. He did get a roughing the passer call, which I thought was BS. But other than that, I really didn't notice him at all on the field. So that could be either a good or a bad thing. So take it for how you want to take it. Sam Williams, high draft pick, I didn't really notice him. So, you know, take that for however you want to take it. I didn't notice him at all, but outside of getting the rushing the passer call that he got. So I need him to step it up and, you know, be seen a little more on the field. I'm just watching from the TV perspective. I'm giving you the TV perspective. I didn't notice the guy on the field at all. Almost forgot that we drafted him. So, moving right along, we talked about Dante Fowler. Dante Fowler was pretty solid. Very stupid penalty that he had in the second quarter, right before the Broncos scored their first touchdown. After the play, you pushing and shoving. Dude, you are a veteran. What are you doing? And we're going to get into the penalties, the Cowboys penalties, because it was just crazy. So we're going to get into that. But, Dante Fowler, man, he had a nice play on fourth down. That was, you know, he came up with a good sack, which was dope. It was good to see. But, I mean, you've been in the league too long to be getting stupid penalties like that, man, in the preseason game. You're supposed to be setting an example for the young guys like Sam Williams, and you out here getting stupid penalties. So I ain't like that at all. Malik Jefferson, that linebacker, man, he looked great. I ain't gonna say great again. I over exaggerate when I say great. Richie, what's good? I'm not gonna say great. He looked very good though. Malik Jefferson looked very good. This guy, you know, he was drafted. I can't remember who he's drafted by. I want to say it was Green Bay, it was somebody like that. I can't remember. Don't give me the line. I don't remember who he's drafted by because his career so far hasn't been that great. And that's why he's here in Dallas now fighting for a spot. But Malik Jefferson looked very good in my opinion. I noticed him a lot. He was flying around. He was making hits. He was getting to the ball. Malik Jefferson, shout out to you for a good game, man. WWE fan laughing. Bro, honestly, I can't remember who he got drafted by. I want to say it was like either it's out of three teams. It was Cleveland, Cincinnati, or the Packers. So y'all can Google him if you want to. Obviously he ain't that important, but whatever. Moving on, Terrell Basham, number 93, defensive end. You know, he looked solid. I like Terrell Basham, man. Hopefully he can step it up and keep it moving later on, man. He was pretty solid last year as a rotation DB. See, I knew it was one of the teams, Richie. He said drafted by the Bengals. There we go. Appreciate you, Richie, for looking that up. Hold on that, WWE fan. I see you coming, but hold on that. Terrell Basham looked good. He had a solid game. Made a couple of plays in the backfield. Hopefully he can keep building on his momentum from last year. He was a good rotation player. So, you know, shout out to Terrell Basham, man. One thing that I noticed that was interesting to me was D-tackle Neville Gallimore played over 3 quarters. And I'm like, wasn't this guy a starter last year or the year before? Wasn't he just a starter? And they have him playing over 3 quarters like they're trying to, almost like he's a rookie again. Like, hey, let's see what this guy got. Giggy didn't even play. Number 75, the D-tackle, he didn't play. But you saw a lot of Tristan Hill and you saw a lot of Neville Gallimore, which I was shocked to see in the first preseason game because Neville Gallimore is more like a starter in my opinion. At least I thought he was. Apparently, they need to see more from him. because he played 3.5 quarters, which was crazy to me to see Neville Gallimore out there. I mean, no other defensive starter played. So that was interesting. So make sure you look at it. I put fist. Thank you, Hill World, for seeing that, because I definitely did not notice that. Let me see if I can change that here. There you go. Appreciate it. Hill World. I didn't even pay no attention to that. I'm glad you saw that, man. How long I've been on? How long? Let me see. I've been on for 22 minutes. Good Lord. And I had nobody else said nothing. Shout out to y'all for not saying nothing. Thank you for just leaving me out there with the spelling and all that. Get the tables. Tony, don't come here with all that. Don't come here. See what I'm saying? Didn't I mention the Cowboys haters always over the top? Didn't I mention that? Here go one right here. Exactly. He's proving my point that I was just talking about. Moving on. The Cowboys, man, the penalties, man, the flags on the field, bringing back first down plays, the holding calls, the false starts, the offsides. It was horrible, man. 9 penalties for 60 yards in the first half alone. And they ended up with 17 total penalties for 129 yards. Horrible. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He a Bucs fan from San Antonio. They ain't got no football team. They got the XFL. So he finally got a football team to cheer for. So there you go. But yeah, the penalties, man, a lot of it, at first I was getting mad at the coach. I was getting mad at Mike McCarthy because I was like, this is the same thing from last year. And if this is going to be the same thing, I'm no longer giving Mike McCarthy excuses. If they end up with a lot of penalties this year, I'm blaming the coach. But as the game went on, it was a lot of BS calls, man, that just didn't make sense at all. Even Mike McCarthy, you see him just shoving off some calls. Like, it was a lot of calls that was BS. Like I said, one call on Tyler Smith, I didn't agree with. The late hit call that they called on Sam Williams, the roughing the quarterback, I didn't agree with. I mean, it was a lot of. He said, respect, Big Mike. Big Mike got to earn it down here, buddy. There was a lot of calls I didn't agree with, so I'm going to let Mike McCarthy slide here. You had people on First Take, and, I'm not even going to talk about First Take. Let's talk about Undisputed. Shannon Sharp and Skip Bayless did a whole segment. They can't talk about nothing else but the Cowboys and LeBron. They so happy that the Cowboys are playing football again because now they got content. Same with Stephen A. Smith. They ain't got nothing else to talk about but the Cowboys and LeBron. LeBron ain't playing. The Cowboys are finally back on the field. They are in paradise right now because now they get to talk and debate about stupid stuff. Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp all on TV. Oh, my God. You ain't fixed nothing. It's the same as last year. Skip. It's the same as last year. You ain't did nothing, Skip. You did the same thing. You know how you doing it, Skip. Let me break it down. Mike McCarthy. You know how they talk. I ain't got to go on through it. But they were just over the top, bro. It's not necessary. You don't need it. Like, did you not watch the game? Yeah, I get it. It was a lot of penalties, and that is a thing that we need to work on. But actually watching the game, like real people do, actually watch the game, you will notice that a lot of those penalties was BS as well. Even the announcers calling the game was like, I think they just have a thing where they see a Cowboys player do something, they just throw a flag. It's almost like they're racing to see who can throw the flag first on a Cowboys player. So a lot of stuff was BS. But at the end of the day, that's the NFL. Cowboys have a reputation, and the way it looks from the game 1 of preseason, the refs are going to go off of the reputation of last year. So let's see what Coach had to say about it, and then we will react to what Coach Mike McCarthy had to say. Let's get right into it.
How would you assess tonight's game, and what did you think? I would say the assessment of tonight's game is, this is exactly what we need. I really look at tonight and Thursday night as a combination, or Thursday afternoon. I think the work coming up here is, is exactly particularly for our young players. We had a focus, coming into the game to run the football and stop the run, and just because it's with the amount of padded work, that you get in this training camp, and structure and the emphasis. So I thought we did some good things there. The penalties clearly are way too much, so we'll look at those and keep going through it as far as the combative versus discipline. So I mean that's clearly the biggest negative. But I'm actually excited to watch the tape because we wanted to see these young linemen. There's our run blocking unit. Thank you, step up, and I think they did some really good things. And I think our run defense was where it needed to be. So there's a lot of plays that make or don't make, and to me that's preseason football. I don't get hung up on that too much. But I think there'll be a lot of very good tape coming out of this contest.
He talking real low. I can barely hear him. I got him up all the way too.
Well, I think we all recognize that this isn't the regular season. So I understand, your question. And as far as last year was last year. I think really last year, as far as trying to establish a play style and an identity, it took us a while to get to that. And once we did, we were won a number of games. So this is really the starting point that you go through every year. So this is preseason. I don't think this has anything to do with last year. I mean, obviously, you guys get the right where you want, but it's a starting point. Yeah, I didn't like the number of penalties. Made it clear. I talked about it at halftime, and talked about it briefly in there. So we'll take a long look at it. But I am excited about the fact that we were able to come up here and run a lot of plays, and and I like the way we ran the ball and stopped the run. So that's a good starting point for us. It's a bigger emphasis this year. Can't really give you, I know he had a few of the holds, but once again, it's this is what these young guys need. Young offensive linemen. I'm sure this is. I watched a lot of football today. It was a long day. Offensive line play is going to be the last thing that comes in preseason. Those are the facts. I'm not worried about the other teams. We're definitely in that category.
You mentioned combative versus discipline.
Yeah.
Which is more difficult?
You mean to correct or coach?
Correct. Yeah.
Oh, I think that discipline are things that you're working on all the time. So the pre-snap, there's no excuse for that. I think coming out of Thursday, new cadence. They got us on some cadence things on Thursday. I thought we did a better job in that area today, but. We got to go back and look at the combative ones because those are the ones that seem out of control, particularly the holding on run plays.
How do you balance getting continuity with the other guys but also competing in?
I mean, that's a great question. I mean, you go to all the practice. I mean, you see how we rotate them. I mean, we're conscious of all those guys. I mean, you're always trying to work the different combinations, and but at the end of the day, you have to make the quarterback successful to be a successful offense, and that starts with running the football. So, the combination blocks. How many times he gets to do it with Tyron versus Josh, and to me that's why the value of tonight's game is so high. I mean, it just is exactly what we needed. Yeah, I wish we'd have done some things better, but I think I'll feel better about the team after I watch the tape. I did some good things. He had to drop early, but I like the way he bounced back. So he's another young guy. I thought Thursday it was the first time things were moving really fast for him, and I thought he definitely took a step from Thursday today. I thought he clearly took a step.
Were you trying to establish him early? It looked like he ran 6
Yeah, I mean, I think it was just more the personnel groups, and it was. Frankly, it was more about just staying in clean plays that we're comfortable with. We didn't really spend any time game playing in Denver. I mean, it's a new staff. Obviously EJ and Nate. You have some history what you think they're going to do, but this was really about us. Just staying in a healthy install package and letting our guys play today. And like I said, our emphasis was running the football and stopping the run.
You think that Gallimore and Kyle veterans got a lot of tonight?
Yeah, I think you got to look at the numbers tonight and Thursday. That's where we were trying to hit some targets. So that's, and some numbers were not quite what we would have liked on Thursday. Guy gets gets winded or a guy goes down, so it affects. And Josh Ball took a tremendous amount of work on Thursday, and that wasn't scheduled because with Tyron's injury. So I mean, you have those things, but this is exactly what Josh needed. You think about the amount of reps that he took on Thursday and today. So
yeah, I'm gonna stop it there because it looks to be about 4 more minutes of Mike McCarthy answering questions from the press. So what I noticed there is he seemed a little irritated by them asking him about the penalties, and he's like, guys, basically what I said earlier, guys, relax. It's just the first preseason game. This happens, with teams, especially on the first game. If you watch football long enough, you know that the first preseason game is the worst game. Now, if they come out next week and get 17 penalties, then it's going to be a problem. But for right now, don't really worry about it. Cowboys fans, we're going to suck. We only put up 7 points. And the haters, you suck. You only put up 7 points. Shut up. Stop talking. Because you sound crazy. Hater, trolls, fans that's panicking, just stop. You sound crazy. I told you what to look for. So if you recorded the game, go watch those players that I told you to look for, because that's what you're supposed to look for in the first preseason game. You're supposed to look for certain players, your second-year players, your rookies, your new draft picks, and all those people. And then the people that's, that might be a sleeper. Like Cooper Rush, he did okay last year as the backup. He did good, actually, because he won the one game that we needed him to play against the Vikings. He did good, but in this particular game, DiNucci looked better than he did. Outside of that one stupid pass that DiNucci did on 3rd and 15, I believe, or 3rd and 20, and he ran out the pocket, threw the ball, and just kind of spinned around. Like, it was so bad that Broncos defender was just sitting there waiting like it was a punt, and he would have had an interception if it wasn't for the tight end, number 48, coming to tackle him. So outside of that, DiNucci looked better than Cooper Rush, but I still think Cooper Rush will end up being the number 2 quarterback here, and hopefully we won't need to see any one of them on TV after the preseason, because Dak stays healthy, man. But yeah, that's all I got, man. I just wanted to break down some of the players and some of the things to look for versus you guys that's out here talking about, let's just look at the score. Look at this. Stop. That's not what the preseason is for. So let's get to some of these comments if I got them up. Where are the comments? Do I have any comments? I know I got them. I just don't know where they went. Well, I guess I won't be seeing y'all comments because they are here, or they were there, and they disappeared. Stream Elements is not letting me be great right now because the comments are not popping up. And social, look how the social is showing up. That's how you know something's going on with my Stream Elements. It's always something. Bruh. It's always something. But yeah, look, what? My comments are literally gone right now. I don't understand. Nope, that's Steph Curry. Huh. Okay, well, that was the whole point of having this. There you go. You got... Oh, I know what happened. So when I updated this right here, it set a timer for the comments here. See, they just disappeared. Oh man, okay. Bruh. Well, let me see if I can read them here on my computer from Twitch and make sure I ain't missed nothing before I leave. We saw that King said respect Big Mike. Richie talking about he's a Bucks fan from San Antonio. Get the tables, Hayden. Hill World in here. Shout out to him. Richie again. I just want to see how Dak plays next week. I'm a Broncos fan, but I'm intrigued by how he plays. That's if he plays next week. If he plays next week. What up? Yeah, Hill World. What? This is Stream Elements. This is not Twitch. This is Stream Elements. Because look how my social is running right now above my comments. But yeah, your comments are set to expire. See, it just went away. So I gotta fix that for the sports podcast. Cause I was like, where are the comments? They are gone. I know people said something. I thought I was tripping here. WWE fan said, what do I think about Antonio Brown going to the Cowboys? Not happening. So it's no need to even talk about it. That's dead. So,
Bruh.
He say stream elements be effing up too. Facts. Facts. All right, I think I caught up with the comment section. Yeah, I'm gonna have to fix that. You don't think he'll be playing? Oh, Dak. He'll play game 3. That's when they play. He'll play game 3. Zeke said he's not playing this year. Tony Pollard is gonna play game 3. CeeDee Lamb. Michael Parsons. You'll see those guys game 3. Game 2, I don't expect to see too many starters again. So, especially Dak. I don't think you see Dak. Let's say y'all wonder why I'm beefing with Stream Elements, bruh. Yeah, they won't let me be great, dog, because even when I do my ending, sometimes it will show the people that followed and shout out the people to say thank you to, and then the next time it'll just be thank you, and it'll be blank, even though I got subscribers and followers. So I'll just be like, dude, what's going on?
Bruh.
But I wanted to keep it short and sweet, man. It's only been 40 minutes, so shout out to everybody that came through today. Shout out to King for resubbing on Twitch 18 months in a row, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's go.
And as far as YouTube, I don't know when the next podcast is. I can't even lie to you. But as far as my Twitch people that's watching on Twitch, be expecting some wrestling streams, some video game streams. Madden come out this week. So it depends on if I decide to get it this week or not. You might see some Madden 23 streams. Thank God it's the end of Madden 22. Finally. Woo, Lord. That game was trash. No more Madden 22, ladies and gentlemen. Woo. I'm so happy about that. So Madden 23, I don't know if I want to go ahead and get it early or wait. I don't know yet. Maybe I have to see some more about Madden before I make up my mind. So if I do get it, you'll see some Madden streams this week on Twitch. Like I said, wrestling for my wrestling fans. We're bringing back, he said Madden 22.5 facts.
Oh, hell no!
We'll see some more DKF Universe mode from WWE 2K. I'm trying to think if we're gonna do any other games this week. I really hate that my school district is starting back this week, man.
Bruh. Oh, hell no!
I'm getting tired thinking about it. But it depends on how our work go this week on what else we'll stream. But on Twitch, be looking out for some more wrestling streams, some 2K, maybe Madden. As far as the next podcast on YouTube, as far as the Dope Content Podcast or the Dope Sports Podcast, the Budget Cut Podcast is every Sunday, so you can look forward to that. But the other two, I don't know yet. It depends on how the week go. I got people trying to hit me up for music and all that stuff, so it's going to be a busy week this week. So until next time, man, y'all be safe. I appreciate y'all coming through. I did not mean to turn my camera off, but I appreciate y'all coming through, and y'all have a good one, man. Next time I'm out.